Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Thunderbirds of Brooklyn and the Chicago Tigers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Ready? Stop.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. When you look at this defense, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Stop.
Burrow on play action. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. There's a nice move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But you look at this defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. But the bottom half of the...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give to Pacheco off the option. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Pacheco once again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Pacheco. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Tigers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got... Set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Easy. Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they interplay here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
11 empty.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 12. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Burrow.
second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Stop.
Here's Burrow. Gets this one to use check. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they sent him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Thunderbirds will extend their lead here just before halftime. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Mahomes firing complete, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, 43, 15.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play? and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. In motion comes the tight end left.
15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
On 2.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Robinson with another carry. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Gun.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
11.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
It's a pickup of 12 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Chicago passing game on point. They've got another first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. Here's Pacheco on the read option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this throw caught left side and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now Patrick going to change the play. Pacheco gets it up the gut to about the 40-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On third down, it's Pacheco. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Mahomes now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 75. And the Thunderbirds up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Again, it's Pacheco. Gets past one man, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mahomes going to change things up. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Oh, good move. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for